What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wager Zone Podcast, and we are back for another MMA breakdown. This is going to be PFL World Tournament 7 in the semifinals. If you guys are here for the first time, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page, come back every single day, guys. Let's cash out for this PFL event. And all right, guys, before I get into this video, go check out my Cage Warriors. We did Cage Warriors 190 Unplugged. In about an hour, we will be on for live for UFC 317 breakdowns. I also will have a props to watch video for UFC 317, so stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be doing a Cage Warriors 191 for tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that. I have a lot of MMA breakdowns coming out this week, so like I said, like the video and subscribe to the page so you guys do not miss out. And all right, guys, for the first fight of the night, it's going to be Rafael Xavier taking on Carl Albrechtsen. And guys, this one I'm taking Albrechtsen. I think Albrechtsen is honestly really good dog money. He's a plus 170, and I do believe this is going to be a very close fight where it's going to be a dog fight going back and forth. They're both going to have their moments. They're both going to land some shots, but I just think Albrechtsen's wrestling is going to be coming into this fight. And honestly, if it goes to decision, I just believe that wrestling is going to end up giving the judges that a little bit lean towards Carl Albrechtsen. So at a plus 170 for the first fight of the night. Next fight, guys, Rodrigo Nascimento taking on Oleg Popov. And guys, this one, I am taking Oleg Popov. Oleg Popov is a guy that he has really good wrestling. He has really good pressure, and his striking is getting better and better. And Rodrigo just fought Babley, where we took him over Babley. I saw a lot of people were on Babley, but I don't know why. I thought Nascimento was easily going to beat him, which it was a decent fight, but Rodrigo pulled it off. But now he's finding a guy that's so much better than Oleg Popov. Oleg Popov is going to end up pushing that pressure against him. When I saw Babley be able to hold Nascimento against the cage for a decent amount of time, I think Popov's going to be able to do that same exact game plan. I think Popov will be able to get some takedowns, but mainly that pressure going forward, pushing up against the fence. I think Oleg Popov pulls it off probably by decision. All right, guys, next fight he's a big-ass favorite. It's going to be Biagio Ali Walsh taking on Ronnie Gibbs. And I'm taking Ali Walsh, guys. I think Ali Walsh is going to knock this guy out pretty easy. I think the skill set levels are totally a mismatch. I think Ali Walsh is going to land some hard shots and I'm knocking this guy out in the first round. So for this one, guys, give me Ali. All right, next fight, Valentin Moldavsky taking on Alexander Romanov. And this one, guys, I'm taking Alexander Romanov, taking King Kong. King Kong has just fought better competition in the UFC. This guy has wrestled with great people. This guy was a world champion in wrestling from Moldova, and now he's fighting a guy from Russia that has really good wrestling in Moldavsky. But I just think the pressure going forward is going to end up being on Romanov's side, guys. I think he is just way bigger in size. I think he has a better wrestling overall. The striking might be able to lean towards Moldavsky, but I do believe this is going to be a very close fight and probably going to go to a decision victory and might be even a split. So give me the plus money, guys, the plus 140. I'm taking Alexander Romanov because I think he's fought the higher competition coming out of the UFC, and I believe the pressure and the wrestling is going to lean to his side. So for this one, next fight, guys, Antonio Carlos Jr. taking on someone Powell. And guys, this one I'm taking Powell. I think Powell's going to end up knocking out Antonio Carlos Jr. Carlos Jr. doesn't have the best chin as much anymore. He doesn't have the durability as he used to. And I believe if Powell hits him one of those hard shots, he's going to end up knocking him out. The striking levels, honestly, in my opinion, are probably going to be, I want to say even, because Carlos Jr. has more of a mix of kicks, a mix of strikes up top and kicks to the body and different things like that. But Powell is a headhunter. He goes to the body sometimes and he does rip to the body. He hits really hard. But I think if Powell ends up cracking Antonio Carlos Jr. on the chin at least once or twice good, which he will land that shot eventually, I think he's going to end up knocking out Antonio Carlos Jr. So for this one, all right, guys, next fight, Dalton Rosta taking on Aaron Jeffrey. And this one, guys, I'm taking Aaron Jeffrey. I just think Aaron Jeffrey's going to be able to pull off a lot of the wrestling grappling transitions because the wrestling's going to go back and forth. Both of these guys are going to try to get their grappling off, but I just think Jeffrey's the better wrestler overall. And if it goes to the striking, guys, I think Aaron Jeffrey just has probably not the better overall technical striker, but he has pressure striking. Almost kind of reminds me of that Colby Covington pressure striking where he keeps moving forward, throwing shots. And I think he has a way better cardio. And I think Rosta is a first round or bust guy for this fight. If Rosta doesn't get it out in that first round, I believe his cardio is not going to be able to hold up like Jeffrey is. And I honestly do believe we're going to be able to see a vintage Aaron Jeffrey matchup on this one and probably win this fight in a close decision victory. So give me the All right, guys, next one is going to be Sergio Pettis taking a Rafael Stotts. And this one, guys, I'm taking Stotts. I think Stotts is honestly a really good parlay piece. I think Sergio Pettis he's lost his last 2 fights, maybe even 3 fights, and I think he's lost less competition than Rafael Stotts. I think Stotts is going to come out here and end up winning this fight pretty easily. I think he's really a good parlay piece. He's a minus 275. If you want to add him to your parlays, I do believe he's a good parlay piece. I think Pettis might look good for like that first round, maybe that first 2.5 minutes of that round, but Stotts has a better cardio. Stotts, after he like fills you out, he ends up landing the shots. He ends up mixing up his wrestling, and I believe he's honestly going to pull this off in those second and third pretty easily. But that first round might be a little back and forth. But I do believe Stotts has a better cardio, and that second and third round is going to lean towards his side, and he's going to pull this one off. So for this one, guys, give me. All right, guys, now for the co-main event, it's going to be Phil Davis taking on Solomon Colley. And this one, guys, I'm taking Phil Davis. I think Phil Davis is going to end up knocking Colley out. I think Colley is the only way he wins this fight is if he tries to make it a barn burner pressure fighting where he can land some shots and maybe mixing his takedowns. But I don't believe he's going to be able to out-wrestle Phil Davis. I think Phil Davis is a stronger wrestler. He's a stronger overall person in athleticism. And I think he's going to end up knocking out Colley because the striking levels, I believe, Phil Davis is just a way better striker than Solomon Colley. So for this one, guys, give me Phil Davis for the co-main. All right, guys, now for the main event, Fabian Edwards taking on Josh Silveira. And, guys, this one I'm taking Fabian Edwards. I think the only way Silveira wins this fight is if he gets those takedowns, but I don't believe he's going to be able to take down Fabian Edwards. I think Fabian Edwards has a good enough takedown defense to grapple with the wrestling transitions for Josh Silveira. And I think this is going to be a vintage matchup, a vintage performance for Fabian Edwards. I think Fabian Edwards is going to piece this guy up from the outside, land some hard shots, and probably pull off a decision victory because I don't think he's going to be able to knock out Josh. But I do believe he's going to be the way better fighter overall in the skill set. So for the main event, guys, give me Fabian Edwards, and I think he does it by decision. And all right, guys, that is it for today's video. Like I said in the beginning, like the video, subscribe to the page, come back every single day, guys. Let's cash out for today's PFL.